Hello and welcome to today's social studies lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. When you're ready guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by doing some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent guys. Now we'll do some stretches. So let's do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent guys. And now we'll do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Now let's have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. And now we can take our right hand and find our left foot. And we can take our left hand and find our right foot. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. And to finish guys, we can do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, have a seat. So in our previous social studies lesson, we learnt about a topic with a very long title. So let's practice saying it together again, guys. Economic relationships within the community. Yes, so let's write that phrase on the board first. Economic is E-C-O-N-O-M-I-C, economic. Now, can anybody remember what does the word economic refer to? It refers to money. When you hear the words economy or economic, that means money. And then we've got relationships, R-E-L-A-T-I-O-N-S-H-I-P-S. And we learnt about economic relationships within a particular place. And that was known as within the community. A very long phrase that we learnt about previous lesson. So let's practice saying it together one more time. Economic relationships within the community. And what that basically means is all of the people living within a particular place, such as here in Ban Ba Sang, all of the grown-ups who have jobs, the way that they help each other with the different jobs that they do, such as buying, selling, growing things. And it's all about relationships, which is working together. Now, with the three main ways in which economic relationships are displayed and demonstrated. The first one, another long word, guys, ready? Interdependence. Yes, interdependence is spelt I-N-T-E-R, dependence, D-E-P-E-N-D-A-N-C-E, interdependence. Okay, now the second way was the way that people can help and work together. Does anybody know another word for working and helping each other? Cooperation. Yes. And then finally, not working together, but actually working against one another is known as competition. Competition. So let's look at these three ways again, guys. Interdependence, cooperation, and competition. Yes. So if I say the word interdependence to you, can anybody remember some of the aspects of economic interdependence? How do we work with each other? What are some of the things that we have to do? If Prau is selling milk, can I just go and get some milk off Prau without giving her anything? What do I have to give Prau? Money. I have to buy. And if I'm buying from Prau, what is she doing to me? She's not buying, she will be selling. So interdependence, we talk about buying and selling. Now remember our keywords. What do we buy and sell? The first one, beginning with G, goods. And what's the next one? If it's not goods, which are things we can buy, services. Well done, Prau. Altogether, interdependence, buying and selling goods and services. That's what we mean by economic interdependence. Some people sell one type of thing, others sell another. And as for cooperation, what does the word cooperation mean? If we are to cooperate, what are we doing? If I cooperate with Nadia, or if I cooperate with Pat, what must we do together? Help. Excellent. Well done. We have to help each other. And because it's economy, about money, we will work together. Cooperation means doing something together, such as help each other and work together. So all together, guys, cooperation, help each other, and work together. That is what cooperation means. But the opposite of cooperation, competition. Now, if we have competition, we're not helping each other, we're not working together. What are we doing? Working apart. For example, if I have a coffee shop, and say Net also has a coffee shop in the same area, we're not cooperating, we're competition. I want people to come to my coffee shop, but Net wants people to go to his coffee shop. But that can help the rest of the community, because what it does, it fixes prices And what we mean by fixes prices, if in my coffee shop, a cup of coffee is 100 baht. But in Net's coffee shop, a cup of coffee is 50 baht. Where will you go for your coffee? Go to Net's coffee shop. You won't pay 100 baht at my coffee shop. You'll pay 50 baht at Net's. So what competition does, it fixes prices. It keeps prices low so that anything too expensive, people will not buy. And the other thing competition does, it keeps quality high. Because if the coffee in my coffee shop is not delicious, if it's not tasty, nobody will want it. They will go to Net's coffee shop. But if my coffee shop is delicious and Net's coffee shop is also delicious, well, that keeps quality high because the people in the area have to have good coffee if they want to sell it. And this is what we mean by competition. So one more time together, guys. Interdependence. Buying and selling goods and services. Cooperation. Help each other and work together. And competition. Fixes prices and keeps quality high. And these are what we mean by economic relationships within the community. Guys, that was brilliant, very well remembered. And in today's social studies lesson, we're going to move on to a completely new type of topic. We're going to look at two different ways in which we can see places. Now, if we want to look at a place where we want to visit, there are two different ways we can do it. Any idea how we can look at a place that we might want to visit? Say, for example, next year, we all want to go on a trip to Japan. But we haven't got to Japan yet, but we want to see Japan. How can we look at Japan now or any other place? What can we use? Not telephone. We can use the telephone to look at something. Have a look around the room. You can see some of them now in our room. If we want to see a place, maps. If we want to look at a place, one of the ways we can do it is by looking on a map. Map is very good. And Prel, I think you're half right. You said telephone. But if you look on your telephone, what will you be looking at? A map or a picture or photograph. Yes, a picture is the same as a photograph. If we want to look at places, two different ways. We can look at a place on a map, or we can look at a place on a photograph. And what we're looking at in today's social studies lesson are the different types of maps and photographs that we can use. So what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and practice speaking about the different types of maps and the different types of photographs. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation today about maps and photographs. So if you look at the first slide here, guys, you can see two different types of images. What type of image is on the left? Map. It's a map. But what type of image is on the right? Photograph. This is actually a photograph from space. This is what's known as a satellite photograph. So you see, they're both of the same thing. What country can you see in both images? Thailand. The image on the left is a map of Thailand. The image on the right is a photograph from space of Thailand. So you can see how different images can be seen to look at the same thing. So let's look at the different types. A map is a plan of things on the ground and drawn using a precise scale and symbols. Like here, we can see a map. What places can you see on this map? Chiang Rai. Anywhere else? Phayao. Anywhere else? Nan. So you see, the map tells us where the different places are. And if you look closely, Wiang Chiang Rung. So we are near here. Chiang Mai is here. And then if we go down a bit south of Chiang Mai, Lamphun. Yes. So a map tells us all about the different types of places we want to go to. But there's different types of maps. There are many types of maps produced for various purposes. Yes, different maps for different reasons. Let's take a look at some now, guys. Geographical maps show natural structures as well as varying altitudes of landscape. Now, these are the maps that you're used to looking at. Mostly, these are the maps we always have. Like in the classroom now, we have lots of different geographical maps. Because one of the main functions of maps is geography. We want to know where places are. It means by altitudes of landscape, some maps tell us how high certain places are. But there are other types of maps, such as transportation. Maps show transportation routes that connect important places. Like look at this map here. Does anybody want to guess what type of lines are being used here? What type of transportation? Excellent, Prel. These are train lines. You can see the blue one, Northern Line. The red one, City Line. Green, Wirral Line. And then the grey one, other lines. So if you want to get the train, this is Liverpool in England, where I am from. Where I live is a place called Crosby. So if I'm here and I want to go to Crosby, what colour train do I need to get? Blue. Yes. But if I want to go to, let's say, Birkenhead, don't get the blue train. What train do I get? Green. So this type of transportation maps tells us how to get to different places. Another one, geological maps give details relating to sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Yes. Every place is made up of different types of rocks underground. And these maps tell us the different types of rocks that make up each area. Does anybody know where this place is? Very big country. In fact, it's a continent. America. Yes. And look at the different types of rocks that are underneath America. Each different color is a different type of rock. And that's what we use geological maps for. And then one more, political maps show the boundaries between regions, cities, villages, and districts. Notice all the different colors here. Each different color is a different place. This is a map of the United Kingdom. So the different countries, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. And each different colour is a different city. Remember before the transportation map, Liverpool is here. But then if we cross over into the yellow part, we're in Chester. So a political map will have a different colour for each different region. And now, is this a map? No. What is it? Well, what is it? What type of image? Not a map. It's a photograph, yes. So you can see. Does anybody know where this place is? Yes. What? Rangkun. Where is it? Chiang Rai, yes. This is one of it's known as the White Temple in English, and it's very beautiful. A photograph can be a geographical tool showing the visual appearance of places on Earth. So different to maps, where we don't want to know the height or the type of transportation. If we want to see how a place looks, we use a photograph. But there's more than one type of photograph. Geographical photographs are taken from the same level as the object being photographed. Now, what is this photograph of? What type of place can you see? It's a waterfall. Now, what do you notice? A geographical photograph is taken face on when we're looking straight at it. You see, the waterfall is straight ahead. So that's how we take a geographical photograph. But not all photographs are taken from straight ahead, like this one. Aerial photographs are taken from above the object being photographed on the ground. Yes, an aerial photograph means taken from above. Does anybody know what a drone is? Sometimes you see them machines flying in the sky, the drones, and they will take photographs from above. Or aeroplanes too, yes. An aeroplane can be used to take a photograph from above. There's another type of photograph that's taken from above, from very far away. Remember the first slide when we seen Thailand? That was a type of photograph taken on the next slide. Satellite photographs are taken from space and can cover very wide areas and distances. So here we are now in space. And who knows what this is? Satellite. These are used to take photographs. Who knows what this big round object is here? Earth, yes. And how do we get pictures of Earth from space? Satellite photographs. Let me go back to the first slide and show you Thailand. Okay, so this picture or photograph of Thailand was taken from a satellite in space. And that's why we can see all of Thailand in one picture, because it's taken from thousands of miles in the sky. And these are the different types of maps and photographs. Any questions, guys? Okay, that was excellent. Very well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can learn about the different types of maps and photographs and some of the reasons why we use the different types. Coming up, we've got a flashcards exercise for our students to practice recognizing the different types of maps and photographs. But first of all, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And now it's time for our stretch sequence. And this time we'll be having a game of Teacher Says. So if Teacher says, we can do. If Teacher doesn't say, don't do. So ready, guys? Teacher says, hands in the air. Hands down. Teacher says, hands down. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, turn back the other way. And back the other way. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. Teacher says, arms in the air. Teacher says, arms left and right. Left and right. Left and right. And teacher says, arms forwards, backwards. Forwards, backwards. Forwards, backwards. Stop. Excellent, guys. Teacher says stop. Teacher says arms by side. And now, down into a ball. Teacher says down into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says jump. Excellent, guys. And teacher says, please have a seat. So what we've got now is a flashcards exercise for our students to practice matching the different types of maps and photographs that they learnt about in the PowerPoint presentation. So teachers, what you need to do is print off the flash sheets for each lesson and then cut the vocabulary from the photographs. What we're going to do is we're going to place the vocabulary along the bottom of the board. And then, after we practice speaking, give our students a picture. They have to see what type of map or photograph it is and place it in the correct place on the board. So first of all, guys, we need our vocabulary. And the first slide is geographical photograph. Okay, so remember, photograph. First thing to look for is photograph. And then, what type of photograph? And then the next type of photograph, the one taken from space, satellite photograph. Okay, so we'll have our photographs on the left-hand side. Aerial photograph. Okay, so there were 3 different types of photographs. So our students will try to place them along here. Next, after our photographs, what other types of images? Not photographs. Maps. Well done, Dan. So we've got geographical map. So be careful. We have geographical photograph and geographical map. So try to tell the difference between the 2 types of images. The next one was a political map. Remember the different colours for the different cities and towns? That's a political map. Then the lines with all the trains, transport map, or can be known as transportation map. And then there was one different type of map, the one that looks at the rocks, geological map. Yes, geology is the study of rocks. So when we're looking at rocks on a map, it's known as a geological map. So we've got our vocabulary for the photographs and the maps. Now we'll give our students some pictures. They have to come forward and tell us what type of image it is. So we'll go to Nadia. So Nadia, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so Nadia, come and show your friends your image. Now, first of all, guys, is this a map or a photograph? Correct. So now we ask ourselves, what type of photograph? What type of photograph, Nadia? Excellent. So we can say together, this is a satellite photograph. Whenever you see images taken from space, they are taken using these things here, satellites. So one more time, satellite photograph. Brilliant, Nadia. Big round of applause for Nadia. So teachers, you can see the activity we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and do the same activity with your own students. And remember, choose a different student for each image, and then have the class practice speaking together. So for the next 10 minutes or so, you can pause the video and we'll see you back for the worksheet activity. And now, Pat can come forward and show us what type of image he has. Is it a map or a photograph? And if so, what type? So what do we think here, guys? It's a map. Okay, now we have 4 different types of maps to choose from. What type of map do we think this is? It's like one of the ones that you see in the classroom here. It shows the locations of different places. Geographical map, excellent. So Pat, can you place your map with geographical map? Excellent. Geographical means geography, and geography is the study of places. So altogether, geographical map. Pat, excellent. Big round of applause for Pat, please, guys. And now on to our next image. And the next image will go to Lakgau. So Lakgau, come and join me at the front. And let's see what image Lakgau has. So first question, map or photograph? It's excellent. It certainly is. Well done, Dan. It's a transport map. Transport maps you can usually tell because you'll see lots of lines of different colours for the different routes, just like this one here. So one more time, guys. Transport map. Lakgau, brilliant. Big round of applause for Lakgau. And our next image is with Net. So Net, come and join me at the front of class. Okay, so what type of image does Net have? Map or photograph? It's a photograph. Okay, so do we think it's an aerial photograph taken from above, or is it a geographical photograph taken from in front? Geographical, yes. So Ned, you can place your photograph above geographical. You see how we have geographical map that looks like this, and a geographical photograph, very different. So can we say together, geographical photograph? Well done, Ned. Big round of applause. And we've got 3 images left, so let's see who can go next. Now it's time for Pak Bung. Pak Bung, come and join me at the front. Now let's see. This one's a bit harder to tell, but I'll give you a clue. Remember when we talked about rocks? We want to know about the different type of rocks. What type of satellite, photograph or map do we use? First of all, is that a photograph or a map? It's a map. Okay, so is it a political map? Or is it a geological map? Geological, well remembered, because geology is the study of rocks. So Pak Bung, you can find your place. And we can say geological map. It tells the different type of rocks in a particular place. Pak Bung, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Pak Bung, please, guys. Now, let's see who can go. Now, it's with Dan. So Dan, come and join me at the front, please, guy. And Dan will show you her image. Now, is this a map or a photograph? And where's the photograph took from? The air. So what type of photograph is it? Aerial photograph. So altogether, this is an aerial photograph. Now notice the difference. A satellite photograph is taken from above, but in space. An aerial photograph is taken from above, but on Earth. And Dan, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Dan, please, guys. And now, time for our final image. So who can come forward and give us our final image? So Chu, you can come forward and choose the final image. And luckily for Chu, there's only one place left. So Chu, you get the easy job. What is left? Photograph or map? What type of map? Political map. So Chu, you can find a place for the political map. Excellent. And can we say together, political map? You can see the different colours of the different places. So can you say, Chu, political map? Big round of applause for Chu. Well done, Chu. Guys, that was excellent. Very well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. And this is an opportunity for our students to demonstrate their knowledge of Thailand. Because what we've got is a map of Thailand with various images and the various names of the places. But what our students need to do is they need to connect the images with the places by giving each different image a colour. So the first place on our map, guys, is Bangkok. So what you'll need to do is colour in the information about Bangkok in a particular colour, and then the image of Bangkok in the same colour. And then that way, by doing a colour for each different place, we will be able to highlight the different places on the map. So remember, each place gets a different colour. So give our students around 12 minutes for this activity and just monitor the class and help them with anything they need. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top first. So Bangpon, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pleo for you. You're welcome. Down, here's yours. You're welcome. Chu for you. You're welcome. Nadia for you. Okay. You're welcome. Pat for you. You're welcome. Pak Bung, here's yours. You're welcome. And Net. You're welcome. So guys, have a look at your maps. What's the first place? Bangkok. Okay. So choose a colour for Bangkok. Colour in the information about Bangkok, and then find the image for Bangkok and give it the same colour. And I'll give you a clue. Bangkok is in the centre of Thailand. So you can choose your own colours. You can choose blue, yellow, red, green, pink. Excellent. Just like Pleo was doing. Pleo, can I borrow for one moment just to demonstrate? So you see, Pleo has got the information about Bangkok, and she's coloured it yellow. And then she's found the image of Bangkok and coloured it the same colour. Now the next place, Chiang Mai. Use a different colour and find the image for Chiang Mai. Excellent, Preo. Brilliant. So Bangpon has gone blue for Bangkok. You can choose different colours. It's up to you. But match the place and the image with the same colour. That shows your knowledge of Thailand. Okay. So Nadia's gone for orange for Bangkok. So now Bangkok is here. Excellent, Nadia. What do we think? Chiang Mai, which one do we think Chiang Mai, guys? Not this one. Chiang Mai is more, I think, near the elephant. But Chiang Mai is near the north. So if you can't think, go on to a next one that you know, like Pattaya or Sukhothai or Rayong. So I think Pattaya is here, and then Rayong is here. So do them ones first, and come back to the places in Thailand you don't know. Chiang Mai at the top, yes. I think Chiang Mai. So pick a colour for Chiang Mai. Okay, so read the information. This one, I'm not sure. It says the triangular pillow. So find the information about triangular pillow. Gonken, home of the triangle pillow. So this must be Gonken, because it says triangle pillow. What do we think? What place is that, Ned? Where in Thailand is that? See if we can find the statue of the Buddha. Because each place gives a clue. I'm not sure. So this one, Pattaya, a sailing and windsurfing beach resort. So that's the picture of the windsurf. And then next to it, Rayong. Rayong has the seafood market. Chiang Mai. What does it say about Chiang Mai? Elephant riding. So the picture of the elephant, Chiang Mai. The clue is in the name of each place. So Chiang Mai, elephant riding, find the picture of the elephant. Next to Rayong. So Rayong, it says, famous seafood market. And we have the picture of the fish. So by reading the clues, guys, you can get the names of the places. So Chiang Mai with the yellow elephant, perfect. Phang, no, I don't know Phang. Near hill tribe villages in the northern mountains. I think this one. This looks like hill tribe in the north. Phang. So pick a colour for Phang, and you can write the information. I think Phang is the very top one. It says Phang. Near hill tribe villages in the northern mountains. Now this looks like hill tribe and it's the north. I think Phang is the very top one. Phang. This one. Some of these places I don't know myself. Like Phang is near Chiang Rai, but I've never been. Hat Yai, okay. A busy border town with lots of traders from Malaysia. Okay, Hat Yai is the very bottom because this is Malaysia. So Hat Yai is the border with Malaysia. The cars at the bottom. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed their worksheet activity where they had to look at the different places in the map on Thailand and highlight them by matching them to the vocabulary with the different colours. And as you can see, my students here have all done an excellent job. And that's all we've got time for today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it and now understand more about the different types of maps and photographs. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we all wave to say bye-bye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.